Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing some more Metroid Prime. We are in the Phazon Mines. We have just made it here to this new place. And now we are going to take our longest trip between save points. Yeah, that save point we just left, we're not going to be seeing another one for quite a while. So, yeah, we can't get through that there. Oh, hey, more mega turrets that we can disable. I don't need to use my missiles on them. What a waste. Alright, so we've got some shadow pirates here, which apparently don't like to be frozen. Or maybe they do, you just have to hit them with a charged shot. I mean, I'm sure they still don't like it, but you know what I mean. So yeah, there's a force field there, but even if it was down, we still wouldn't be able to get through that door there anyways, so we're kinda doubly blocked there. And there shouldn't be anything around here. But now, we should be seeing a new enemy. These are wave troopers, space pirate armed with wave beam technology. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite potent. We're gonna be reading almost that exact same scan a few more times. So yeah, just shoot these guys with charged wave beam shots. The stun from the electricity will hold them in place, making these guys not too bad. You definitely want to fight them with charged shots, though, not the normal shots. You could also, I suppose, use the Wave Buster, but that uses a lot of missiles. It should kill them pretty fast, though. So I guess you could use it in a pinch if your health is low. And we can't get through that, so that computer eludes us for now. Man, the guy just exploding from turning to ice, that is kinda messed up. Nice job, Nintendo. And now this is an interesting place. Let's scan this guy in the middle here. Unit, ident code, something, whatever. Batch, whatever, field is... it says something about Elite Pirate Alpha. So that sounds important. And it tells us what we need to do to destroy that tank. But why on earth would we want to do that? Anyways, can I please scan this before the pirates notice me? There it's telling us all the things that elite pirates have for when we'll inevitably have to fight those. Oh, that activates the platforms. They still didn't notice that I did that. They are stupid. But hey, we got some pirate data. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The phazon infusion process degenerated brain tissues even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we had termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Scalera made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with the phazon strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have fused Vertigo phazon with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. These space pirate guys are crazy. Anyways, we got a new enemy above us here. Somewhere up there. Oh, not quite yet, I guess. So now those guys have noticed us, and we've got two of these wave troopers after us. And they got here pretty darn fast. I was hoping I would be able to snipe one of them through one of those sections, but that didn't work out, so... Did one fall? There you are. I was wondering where you were. Okay, now to check out whatever computers they were on, though, because that should have some interesting stuff. Platform system active again. Oh boy. And this one, is it a pirate data? No, it is not. It says, security alert, all stations. Bioform Samus Aran has made planetfall on Talon 4. The hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aran on sight. Terminal force is authorized. Report all sightings of Aran to Security Command at once. I'm pretty sure you guys already knew I was here, so that must be an old entry. But now is our new enemy. No, that's a standard spinner device. There's our new enemy. Power Trooper, space pirate armed with power beam technology. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the power beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite potent. Now, for the Power Troopers, these guys are actually a bit more difficult than the Wave Troopers, because the Power Beam doesn't give any special status effects, meaning you gotta fight these guys straight up. In addition to that, your Power Beam is your weakest beam. That one was still taken out quite fast, though. But yeah, a good strategy with them is to use super missiles. Industrial grade pulse beam mining configuration. And there's a whole bunch of walls here that could be destroyed by that pulse beam thing. That one was already destroyed by it. This one looks important because it has a red scan on it. And in fact, if we switch to our thermal visor, we can see there's a door through there. I mean, you can also tell that from the mini-map. So yeah, let's check out what this pulse beam thing is. So this scan here is what fires the laser, but that wall was already destroyed. And this spinner aims the laser. I don't think that'll actually hit the wall there, because I think the pipe will block it. That can happen sometimes. Oh, no, we hit it. But we're gonna destroy the rest of the walls, too. We don't need to destroy the rest of the walls, but we will. I wonder if I could turn the laser while it's firing. That would be pretty cool. It looks like you can a little bit. Maybe we'll be able to get 2 walls at once at some point here. And by at some point, I mean the next time, because there's only 2 walls left. Oh, not gonna happen, because Why did it not fire the laser? Great, so there's 1 wall we didn't open, and we have to spin this thing all the way back around now. I don't know why the laser didn't fire then. Oh, it did get 2 at once. Never mind then. I didn't even have to move it while it was shooting for that to happen. Crazy. Now that looks a little dangerous, so we could go down with our spider ball. Or we could just jump down the center. But we definitely have to go back up with the spider ball. And now this room here. First we got these guys to deal with. So let's give them our super missiles. Looks like they die to a single super missile. So that is an awesome and helpful thing to know. Now this thing here, we've got this little looks like it's a spinner thing. And then this is sort of a map of the pillar in the middle. It shows how each section is positioned and yeah, each track and how they connect to each other. Now, that's not really important right now. Actually, I think you just bomb this. But yeah, we bomb it once and we can see that blue section attach over to the blue section there. Now this pillar, as you see, is divided into 3 parts, and the blue track is only on the bottom part, so we don't need to worry about how they connect yet. But now we have another one of these things, and if we turn the bottom section, we won't be able to get back up to this control unit. So we definitely want to put these in place. We want to put the top ones in place first. That's how we want to do it. So first we want to line the red track up with the red track on the right, on the left there. So it takes 2 bombs to line that up. Then we need to go to the bottom and line the red track on the bottom section up with the red track on the middle section that we just turned. And we can't really see where that connects, but we can see it on our little model there, on that hologram to the left. So we just have to get those to line up with each other. And there we go. They are connected. And I might as well stay in my morph ball for this. Now for the yellow track, we're going to have to connect all 3. But we can't actually do the yellow track yet. And that is because, if you look over there, that section is kind of blocked. Except we'll scan that later, because this guy's being a pain in the butt right now. And yeah, we cannot get through that. I will scan this though, just because I can. But we cannot get our morph ball in there. So all we can do for now is just continue on. Now that looks a little more dangerous. Maybe we should take the track this time. Or not. Wow, I think I might have got hit by all of them. Except for obviously the pointless one that's above everything. And now we have made it to our elevator, which will take us on to our 2nd floor. Hey, they put the artifact temple above the crater here. Why didn't they do that in Magmore Caverns? Also, is that more floating islands out there that are actually floating, unlike the other one, unlike the main island, which is at least connected by a bridge, if nothing else? Anyways, so over here, we've got some explosive boxes that you don't want to be next to when you hit. Not that these ones are all that important, although they do get you stuff. But right here, you'll notice with our thermal visor, there is a very visible explosive box next to that vent. And if we hit this box, not only does it blow open the vent to give us a missile expansion, it also takes out 2 pirates that were in the vents. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now this room, we're gonna be spending quite a lot of time in this room. We got a force field there. We've got some computers to scan. With a lot of lore, by the way. And what is this out of range? This is an elite pirate. Phazon enhanced space pirate, incredibly strong, armored, and well armed. Elite pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots, which they use to fuel a massive plasma artillery cannon. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well armed, the elite pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. Sounds like we don't want to mess with him, so let's just scan some pirate data instead. Now, similar to how the Chozo lore is different between NTSC and PAL, and sometimes Trilogy version as well, because Trilogy version is usually the same as PAL. There's also 4 pirate datas in this room that work that way as well. But there's more than 4 pirate data in this room, so I guess we'll see. We'll see which ones are different. Test subject ZD, hereafter referred to as Metroid Prime, was recently discovered in a cavern by mining crews. It quickly dispatched the miners, but was eventually contained by security units and drones. Once contained, we were able to begin studies upon Metroid Prime. The results have been astonishing. It is genetically similar to Metroid's, albeit on a highly evolved level. It displays a limitless capacity for phazon infusion, and shows no phazon-based degeneration whatsoever. It continues to grow in size, and while it has manifested psychotic behavior, the cold fields we use to pacify remain effective. Authorization for advanced studies on Metroid Prime have been approved. So yeah, that is one of the non-canonical scans. That one being titled Metroid Prime. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that the space pirates would be able to capture and study Metroid Prime. So, yeah, that is a non-canonical scan. So let me just quick read its canonical counterpart. This one being called Impact Crater. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impermeable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proved fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicate that a massive creature is gestating in there. Gestating, I don't know. Absorbing enormous amounts or phazon. I think that's supposed to be enormous amounts of phazon. I don't know if the game has a typo or if the place I got this from is a typo, but whatever. But enormous amounts or phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes assessing the crater doubtably important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposits of phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. So now what about this one? Security Command issued an all-points alert after the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns Bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid and is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command, dead or alive, it matters not. Now that one is actually a canon one. So now I guess let's just head on in. And yeah, unlike that other pirate we saw before, this one is not going to stay contained, but we can scan his backpack there. Plasma artillery cannon. Unit has extreme thermal signature due to lack of shielding. Cannon connected to energy siphon systems to augment performance. Avoid beam weapon fire when energy siphon unit is active. So yeah, you can use the thermal visor to target its pack specifically and make sure it can't shoot stuff at you anymore. And when he holds his hand out, he's trying to absorb energy from your beam attacks. So yeah, we've destroyed his pack, which we didn't need to do. But we did it anyways. So yeah, see, now he's sucking up our beam attacks. So he can use some powerful move, probably. So you definitely want to use missiles to fight him. I kind of want to know what happens when he sucks up enough of this, though. Does anything happen, or does he use this to, like, heal or something? I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore you and scan stuff, Elite Pirate. Alright, now let's actually fight him. So that was our first Elite Pirate, and it won't be the last, just like the Plated Beetle and the Sheegoth, although we haven't actually seen any other Sheegoths yet. This way goes to a little Morph Ball tunnel, but there's stuff we can't get through in there. We also have new enemies here. But I guess we're just gonna scan stuff first. And this should be another pirate dad, and I see that new enemy just coming on screen there. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal, based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious Morph Ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our Morph Ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterward. Yeah, that's another canon data. So now here, Ice Trooper. Space pirate armed with ice beam technology. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, we just read about that, including the ice beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite potent. So now these are the easiest troopers to take care of, because you just hit them with a charged ice shot to freeze them, and then break them with a missile. Because that strategy still works, even though only beam weapons are supposed to be able to defeat them. This is what it's like fighting them if you don't use the missile, which still isn't that bad, but it's definitely better to just charge shot them and missile them. Alright, more scanning time. It doesn't look like there's any lore on any of these computers, but we've got more computers up ahead. Yeah, a lot more. Oh boy. Let's start over here, I guess. I mean, I guess we could... Well, that force field is already scanned. So yeah, let's start over here. And it looks like we're about to get some more data, probably non-canonical data, but we'll see. Yep, more non-canonical data. Subject Metroid Prime's breach has been contained. Reports indicate that it sensed a large batch of raw phazon in the lab from within its stasis tank and broke through the glass, using previously suspected strength. Besides consuming all of the phazon, Metroid Prime assimilated several weapons and defense systems from fallen security units. It has suffered no ill effects from said assimilation. Indeed, it began to use its newly acquired weapons against us. Once we pacified it, we were unable to remove the assimilated gear without threat to Metroid Prime. The gear is now an integral part of its body. Command is intrigued by this newfound ability, and has ordered further study to commence at once. And now for the actual canonical data there. Gate system. Analysis continues on these cursed ruins and the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to strange artifacts that belong in the temple, but we are no closer to finding them or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of this ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for a resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squads will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. Now looks like we got another data over here. Canon or non-canon? There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo Ruins sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science team believes that these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. I think that's a canon one. There is a non-canon one called Chozo Artifacts, but I don't think that's the one. So I guess we'll check out these. Assaults are in from field studies on extinct bioform group Chozo. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us we destroy in time. We shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. And another pirate data here, which has gotta be one of the non-canonical ones. Yeah, this is. We are particularly interested in a number of curious Chozo artifacts we have been able to recover from a number of religious sites on Talon 4. These relics resonate with power, and yet we are unable to harness them in any way. Science team is attempting to fuse them together with Phazon, believing that a link might exist between them. We know that these artifacts are linked to the Chozo temple that blocks full access to the impact crater. We have yet to crack this enigma, however. Command grows impatient regarding this matter. Results must be produced soon. Now, that one should be called Chozo Artifacts. The actual canonical version of that is just called Artifacts, so it seems like a pretty similar one. But I guess we'll find out when we read it. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the locations of the Chozo artifacts until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistics analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis we can offer is that finding the artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. And then we're gonna have one more lore. There's our last normal scan here. We're gonna skip that one and go to the lore. And this one should also be non-canonical, because it should be, yeah, about Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime continues to feed and grow ever larger in the Impact Crater Caves. Its hunger knows no bounds, and it has begun to manifest unusual mutations since its breach. These include armor plating on its epidermis and mechanical outgrowths that generate defense screens. These screens render it invulnerable to most weapon systems, but a flaw in the mutation leads to increased vulnerability to certain weapons. It compensates for this by shifting the screens quickly. This latest development concerns security units greatly. They feel it's a matter of time before Prime corrects this defect and renders itself invulnerable to all weaponry. Containment would be nigh impossible if this were to occur. So yeah, they were saying Metroid Prime is supposed to be in the caves below Impact Crater, yet they somehow captured and contained him, even though they can't get into the Impact Crater. That is why it is non-canonical. But the canonical version of Prime Mutations there is the key. Although we are no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the Impact Crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking. Alright, now let's finally open this force field. Oh boy, we are just about to where we want to go. We've got this to scan. And we've got that to scan. And we've got poisonous gas that we don't want to mess with. It is now dangerous to be in there. Okay, yeah, those are normal puffers. So yeah, we don't want to go back that way. At least not right now. Got some more computers. Talking about those hunter Metroids that we should have seen by now, but we still haven't because of the version we're playing. It's a bit disappointing that the Pirates having Metroid Prime isn't canon, because those were some pretty cool log entries. It's really a shame that that's not canon. So we can't break through that. I'm just gonna ignore these guys. I like how they're having a hard time finding my ship when it's right by their ship that crashed. It's pretty great, but I mean, it is in a jungle, so that would be hard to find, probably. Not in terms of gameplay, but like in terms of story, it'd be hard to find a ship just in a random, just randomly located in the jungle. Anyways, I guess we'll go down now. We could have just jumped down. This elite pirate, his container is in a bit rough shape. Yeah, cryopod damaged. Immediate maintenance required. So since you could have just fallen down into that area from above, you can actually disable this force field from both sides. But yeah, now we've got some of these guys to fight, which are not hard when you know that you can just one-shot them with super missiles. But our health is getting kind of low, and that is not good. Because we actually have a bit of a boss coming up before our next save point. And yeah, we haven't saved since the start of the video, like almost 45 minutes ago. I told you this was the longest period of time without any save stations. And it's actually a pretty hard area to get through, too. But we're doing fine. Their simulations are not accurate, because there is no way they are gonna beat me. Got some more pirate data, because this is a pirate base, so tons of scans, of course. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and show dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities when injured. It seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate, based on these developments, show potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential overdependence on Phazon. So we've been fighting, we fought an elite pirate, and we see there's a lot more of them. But it looks like we got something worse coming up, an Omega pirate. Alright, and we have finally made it to where we wanted to go. Phazon processing and security systems are taxing the... Why am I reading this one out loud? So used to reading all this lore. All the pirate data and everything. And what is this? Power bombs. Well, I want some of those. And hey, we activated the security system. But the security system is actually the boss here. And we can't scan him because he's invisible. He's basically one of those security drones. Except he's invisible, so you can't lock onto him. Yeah, none of the visors really seem to help here. I feel like there was a good strategy to beat this guy fast, but I can't remember what it is. He's visible briefly when you hit him, but there's still no way to scan him, but he doesn't go into your logbook since you can't scan him. And there we are, he is defeated. And now this maze that just appeared is entirely random on every playthrough. So that's fun for speedrunners. Yeah, speedrunners have some sort of program that calculates how many spaces each puzzle, like each maze is, so they know whether they got a good one or a bad one. And I remember during one Games Done Quick event, someone was doing a Metroid Prime speedrun, and they actually had someone from Retro Studios, like, talking to them over the internet while they were speedrunning this at Games Done Quick. And the guy they were talking to was actually the guy that made this maze system, so that was pretty cool and funny. It's like, why'd you do this to us? But, yeah. So yeah, the mazes are completely random every time. It looks like mine is one of the longer ones. Gotta watch out for that. These spots here, if you bomb them, it destroys all of the electric walls next to you. Yeah, this is definitely one of the longer ones. It's making me go all the way around the power-up. But we've made it there now. We now have power bombs. Power bomb acquired. While in Morph Ball mode, press Y to release a power bomb. Power bombs can destroy tougher materials than Morph Ball bombs. Okay. And we have one more thing we can scan here, too. Because we can now scan power bomb ammunition. Resupplies power bomb with 1 round of ammo. And we can destroy Bendezium with power bombs. Now we really want to go into the other door, not this one. I kind of want to dip in there real quick. We can't really do much over there, but I want to show what's there. But I mean, this video is already plenty long. It won't take long to dip into there, though, but we do definitely want to go in here, because this is a save station. Hallelujah, it only took over 50 minutes to get from one to the other. We haven't saved since we started this video. Told ya, longest gap between save stations. And now all our health is refilled. Hooray! So yeah, let's dip into here quick. So we've got some mega turrets up there, but we have a way to take care of them without shooting missiles at them. We just want to roll over into this tunnel, and we can go underneath, perfectly safe. And now there's a thing we can scan from over here that disables the turrets. Pulling off some Metal Gear strategies. Why was I unable to hit that box? Anyways, this is as far as we can go. And you'll see why in a second. So here they're showing us we got space pirates, we got Metroids. We got stuff to scan, as always, whenever we're in a space pirate area. And we'll save the red one for last here. Now this one is not a lure. It opens the force field, which I didn't scan, but whatever. Just would have been like, oh, the force field is engaged, or whatever. But yeah, we have unleashed these Metroids onto these space pirates. So let's just sit back and watch and see who wins. Well, now this Metroid is up to us, so let's freeze them and missile them. Only takes 1 missile once they're frozen, unlike in the normal Metroid games. But yeah, the Metroids definitely won that fight against the space pirates. Not against us, though. That is a big mushroom. But yeah, we can technically get through this now. Spectral analysis complete. Spectral increase at Talon's site. We can technically get through this now, but we're not supposed to go through it yet. Alright, so we need to get to the Life Grove, and I actually kind of want to look at the map here. Okay, so it's a white door at the end of this that we need the Ice Beam for. But yeah, for now we're not supposed to be able to get across this, even though we technically can. So we're just gonna move on. There's a thing here to scan too that I almost missed. And there should be some, yeah, ice troopers in here now. Yeah, I was hoping to get that double freeze, double explosion there. Now, I was gonna end the video here. It was a long trek here. Is it a long trek back, though? Because I know there's a shortcut somewhere. It's still a long trek back. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just say... That's not the save room. We'll just save it here and end the video off. This video is practically an hour already. So, it is done. That is it for this video. In the next video, we will be getting probably almost all the rest of the important power-ups in the game, I'm assuming. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I'm the Terminian Hero, and I will see you then.